Hello and welcome to Education at SSBJ online video tutorials. We were in chapter Motion of class 9 CBSE. In the previous video tutorial, we had started understanding a velocity time graph. Before that, we have learned how to draw distance versus time graph. So please go through these videos. These are the basics of motion chapter where we understand interpretation of graph and how to apply it in forthcoming derivations. Now coming back to velocity time graph, we will take time in second and velocity in meter per second, right? We know that meter per second is the SI unit of velocity and second is SI unit of time, right? And we shall take few numerical values of velocity for different time intervals. And we all know that we have to draw time interval on time axis. Here that is x-axis, correct? So we have x-axis as well as y-axis here. The velocity will be on y-axis and time will be on x-axis. So we shall start with time in second, and we have equal intervals of time from 1 to 11. We can even take till 10. Now let us see. We will distribute this time in seconds on x-axis. So when we distribute, we will have all time values on x-axis. Now let us take few examples of velocity, not the distance. Please remember, time and again I am telling, it's a velocity and time because we tend to mix with the previous video tutorial, that is the graph drawn distance versus time, into this video tutorial. We are in velocity versus time graph. And let us take few values of velocity, and these are for the first second the body which is moving, maybe it's a cycle, somebody is riding a cycle and he is going, let's suppose, in 2 meters per second. He covers 2 meters in 1 second and so on. Then it takes 4 meters per second, 6 meters per second and so on. Now this entire time as well as velocity, if we start plotting the graph on x and y axis, you can see now the minimum value of velocity is 2 and the maximum value of velocity is 6. So our distribution on y axis is from 0 to 7. So this is the basic which you have learnt in previous classes. So we shall start with the first value, that is 1 second, and the velocity is 2 meters per second. Time is 1 second and velocity is 2 meters per second. Our point should come here, right? And the next value is for 2 seconds, it's a 4 meters per second. So for 2 seconds, it's a 4 meters per second. And like that, for the third second, it goes still higher here, right? So these are all the points which indicates velocity as well as the time. Okay. After that, you see, the velocity remains constant for the 4th second, 5th second, 6th second, and even the 7th second. Body is moving. Body is moving, but it moves with a constant speed or velocity. So we are talking about a rectilinear motion here. What do you mean by rectilinear motion? Straight line motion. Body moves on a straight line. And if the body moves on a straight line, then speed and the velocity remains same. So let us come back to these values now. Since a body is moving with a constant velocity or a speed, now the next point, it is at 4th second, the velocity is 6 centimeter per second, and then 5th second, 6 meter per second, and then 6 meter per second here. So all these are the values of 6 meter per second. I hope you have understood it. Now the 3rd second, 4th second, 5th second, and 6th second, even the 7th second, you can see all that the moving body has the same velocity. After that, it started from 6 meters per second, it started reducing its velocity, and therefore somewhere on 8th here, it becomes 5 meters per second. It comes down, right? It comes down here, 8, and then it will still come down, and in 10th second, it is just 3 meters per second. So this is how we have to draw a graph, right? Now here we shall name these lines, because there are different types of motion here, right? Velocity also, somewhere it is increased, here increasing, here it remains same, and then the velocity is decreasing. So 3 types of motion here, and therefore we will give naming of these points. Let's say A, B, C, D, right? And now we'll talk of the movement on AB part of the graph, right? Now why this is so important? Because sometimes question contains only a particular part of the graph, and they'll ask you a question related to that graph where you have to interpret the graph. So this video tutorial is to understand how to interpret the graph and how to draw the graph, right? Now we'll go ahead here. First question we can take, what is the initial velocity between A and B? Now remember, initial velocity, henceforth we will consider a letter U, small u, for initial velocity. Okay, and you'll come to know why I am insisting you to use this u, because we are going to have an equation in future videos where we should be now onwards familiar with these algebraic letters which we are used for different velocities. So please remember, initial velocity is u. And how to find out initial velocity on this graph? So body started from here, not started, our graph starts from here, isn't it? It must have started from beginning, but our values for the first second, it is 2 meters per second. So even if this is not given, we can find out on this graph that the velocity at first second, that is the initial velocity, which is 2 meters per second. So we can straightway write 2 meters per second. So what is that initial velocity representation? That is u. U is 2 meters per second. Please remember, right? I am again reminding you, we are not in distance time graph, we are in velocity time graph, right? Now, what is the final velocity? Final velocity when you consider from A to B. So whatever velocity you get here at point B is the final velocity. When velocity is asked, then you have to see again y-axis, because y-axis has been represented by velocity in meter per second. Now again, small v is taken for final velocity. Please remember this. Now what is the final velocity? 6 meter per second. So this part of the video is already discussed in the previous video, but however I am going to insist again and again, because this is very important. We have to be very familiar with the interpretation of the graph, right? Then just find out how much of time we have taken to move from 2 meter per second just remember now please remember how much time we have taken to move from 2 meter per second, that is initial velocity 2 meter per second, to final velocity v equals 6 meter per second. Right? How much time? Time we have to see on time axis. So we have to find out the corresponding value of the time. So remember, from first second to third second. So how many seconds are here? That is, 2 seconds. Why I am repeating this? Because many times we will tend to take this value as 3 seconds. It is not 3 seconds because it started from here. Right? So please keep in the mind how much time it has taken from moving 2 meter per second to 6 meter per second? 2 seconds. Right? Okay. Now our next question is, what is the velocity at 2 seconds? Here, what is the velocity? Now if you are asked to find out what is the velocity of this particular motion at this time, so only thing is you have to draw a perpendicular and where it meets? Here. And corresponding value of velocity on y-axis, that is the answer, and that is 4 meter per second. Now next understanding will be how to find out change in velocity during the travel from A to B. A to B. Change in velocity. It's very simple. It started with 2 meter per second and it is here 6 meter per second. Right? And if you can see the value from 2 meter per second to 4 meter per second, how much increased? 2 meter per second increased. From 2 meter per second to 6 meter per second, how much increase in velocity? 2 meter per second increased. So there is steady increase, uniform increase. Right? From here to here. Now next question is, what is the change in velocity? So 6 meter per second minus 2 meter per second, and that will be the change in velocity. That is final velocity minus initial velocity is change in velocity. And we have used final velocity as v and initial velocity as u. Corresponding values you have to see here, and that becomes 6 minus 2, 6 is here and 2 is here. That becomes 4 meter per second. Right? So please recall all those things which we have learned so far. And we'll go ahead with the next question. We have already learned that how much of change in time when we travel from A to B. And very simple, I have already told you how much? 2 seconds. Now with these values, we are going to find out another physical quantity. We have change in velocity, we have time taken. So our next question will be, what is the acceleration? Now what do you mean by acceleration? Acceleration is change in velocity per unit time. Means for 2 seconds, it is how much change? 4 meter per second. Therefore, for 1 second, if you calculate here in this example, how much change in velocity for 1 second, that will be the acceleration. So, acceleration will be change in velocity divided by time. So, please remember, this is a very important definition and equation. So, change in velocity we have seen 4 meter per second and divided by time 2 seconds. Now, here you can see 4 meter per second divided by 2 seconds, which will be equal to, I am in detail doing it, 4 meter per second, you can write here 4 meter per second in divided by second divided by 2 seconds. Now you see, when you do this multiplication, 4 meter per second into 1 upon 2 seconds. So now the purpose of me doing this in detail is because this S and S goes to denominator and this 2 ones are 2 twos are, so it becomes 2 meter per second square. This S and S gets square, right? So our answer will be 2 meter per second square, which meter per second square is the SI unit of acceleration. You have already studied it, but I am just emphasizing it again in this video tutorial. Please remember, SI unit of acceleration is meter per second square. And why meter per second square? Because it is velocity divided by time. Velocity is meter per second, again time is second, so meter per second square. Right? So we'll go ahead. Let us say that, suppose if we join and form a triangle with AB as a diagonal, right? Let us take this as E, and then we further construct till the time axis and write this point as F, right? Please look into it. We have done some extra constructions. So question is, what does FB represents? So FB is the length of this particular height, FB. So please look at it. Now whatever FB is, that can be understood when you see the corresponding values of y-axis. So B ends here at 6 meter per second and F here starts from 0. So from 0 to 6 meter per second. So what is the entire length represents? The length of this FB represents 6 meter per second. Remember this. So if this line, the value of this line, if you want to know, you have to see the axis which is parallel to that line. So this particular line is parallel to velocity axis, so you have to see velocity. So this represents velocity. So what does this represent? The parallel axis of this line is time. So this represents time axis. Okay. And how much of velocity it represents from here to here? So where it is 6 meter per second. So the answer is FB represents 6 meter per second, which is nothing but a final velocity when we consider only from A to B. And what is the representation of final velocity? Small v, which is equal to 6 meter per second here. Now, if you consider a movement from A to B, what does EF represents? EF here. Only this portion. Again, if you want to find out what is this, what is the parallel line we can take here on y-axis? This one. And what is this? 2 meter per second. And what is that line represents? Initial velocity. And what is initial velocity? 2 meter per second. So I'll emphasize again, this is very important interpretation of the graph. This particular line from here to here is the initial velocity, and from here to here it's a final velocity. See, this represents initial velocity, and from here to here it is a final velocity. And why are we doing this? Because to prove certain equations graphically, we need to understand the graph. Right? So what is initial velocity representation u, and how much is the u here? 2 meter per second, and v is 6 meter per second. Right? Now next question is, what is this represents? A or EB. So this complete line is over from here to here. This is also over. Now this is nothing but BE equal to, or EB equal to FB, that is FB is from here to here, minus FE. Correct? And what is FE? FE is initial velocity, and what is FB is final velocity. So it is very easy. This particular portion represents final velocity minus initial velocity. That is V minus U. Right? So it represents change in velocity. And what is change in velocity? V minus U. So please try to understand this. We are in this particular section of the graph. We have seen here, this particular graph represents initial velocity. From here to here it represents final velocity, and then from here to here it is V minus U. I am repeating this because this concept we require in future to understand the acceleration as well as proof of uniformly accelerated motion equations. Okay, so please be familiar with all these notations, and we'll go ahead again with this particular part of the movement, where you will find the speed remains constant. And how much? 6 meter per second, again 6 meter per second, 6 meter per second. Body is moving. Body is not at rest. See, in distance time graph, distance versus time graph, if you find this type of graph, straight line graph to the parallel to the x-axis, it is like body is at rest. But here it is not at rest. Here it is moving. Right? There is no change in the velocity. Right? There is no change in the velocity. So we'll go ahead in the next video tutorial. Till then, thank you very much.